Hello, it's me, Ariza Gaming. We're back for some more Oxygen Not Included. Yes, the fish having fun whiskers is about. Hello, Pondo Breen85. Hope you're doing well. Hello, El Cotto. It is indeed rocket time today, if I can get the words out. We're just getting the last few data banks before we can actually complete the research. So from one rocket to another, we shall go. Let's go have a look. So we're on cycle 657. Sonyar is in space, doing the Orbital Data collection lab stuff, doing the funny dance. We'll see what they're up to. They've got a phone call. I think they're going to just ignore the phone. That's absolutely fine. Yes, it's cooled down, thank God, since Tuesday. Wednesday was even worse, which is why I didn't stream on Wednesday. But, yeah. You go, Sonya. Right, what are we doing in the meantime? I am keen to sort of gradually dig up this asteroid still. I don't think there's anything specific I want to keep over here. So we'll just start grabbing stuff and bringing it back. Because we have no plans for long-term habitation other than a couple of bionic dupes just looking after all the geotuners. And then on the main asteroid, we are just finishing off all the bunker doors. I believe we've reordered some of these errands now, so all the bionic dupes that were up here have finally been released from their torment. So that was very important, and hopefully no one else is going to get trapped by the doors opening. I guess we'll see. It's just so funny how that doesn't restrict the errands. So yeah, plans. We currently have a load of Radbolt generators hooked up to these satellites. They're a combination of solar power and the steam power at the bottom of the map. Over here, where it's slightly too hot. We are actually running all 32 Radbolt generators. The ethanol's coming down here. We are very, very much planning on getting all of this gas out of here. It looks like some water has got in here, which is not what we wanted. I'm not really surprised. We had a absolute ton of steam over here, and it looks like it's still condensing, but most of it is actually condensed by now. We ended up releasing some over here, trying to actually, ironically enough, get rid of this pool of water. The plan was not very good. We just opened up the insulated tile, and before we actually managed to close it, some of the steam from the volcano room managed to enter. So, yeah, lesson learned. We're not doing that again. I'm sure this is all going to condense again and make a mess of all of our pots and pans. I'll have to think of some other way of dealing with it. I did put some airflow tiles in. You know what? I think actually what we're going to do... Let's just put in some more airflow tiles. The more... Oh, God. Thanks, lag. The more of these we do, the less steam will end up in this area. Because we wanted to all just float over here into this area. But I do actually want to sweep all of this. And then we can just release the ethanol again. And this is important because I want to make sure that the gas is actually escaping. This can stay where it is. Oh, blimey. Hold on. Give me a sec. There we go. Yeah, I'm excited. We should definitely be able to get the Radbolt Rocket today. We just need a little bit of research. Where is Steeler? Which Steeler is it? Oh, it's this Steeler. You're fine. Right, let's actually just dig all of this as well while we're here. That's fine. Basically, I just want to clear, like, the whole asteroid, except for the radioactive biome. We may come back here and do something with the radioactive biome. Maybe extract all the uranium, make a load of nuclear waste for Radbolts on other planets. Because eventually, if we're using the Radbolt rocket for everything, we're going to have to set up radiation generation on the other planets. And we don't have satellites on every planet, so... That may happen sooner than I've been alluding to. Yeah, Radbolts are going alright. We're just making a load of diamond at the moment. We made 6.3 tons. Almost all of the diamond on the map, because this map spawned without an oil biome. We made ourselves with diamond presses, which we've never done before, so you could say I'm impressed. Oh. But yeah, I do just need you to finish this all up. This is all priority 8. Let's actually check. Yeah, the construction's all priority 8. This is priority 5. That's fine. Sonyar is up here with a large amount of rad pills, power banks, plastic. We need them to convert most of this plastic into data banks. In fact, if we look here, we need 136 data banks. So we're pretty close. We'll send it back once we've got 136. You are actually technically irradiated even though you've been taking the pills, but the pills have been helping. I don't think this would have been possible otherwise. Perhaps I just need to adjust my design so that the dupe isn't standing in the irradiated zone the whole time. It's very possible. Did you actually sweep all of this up? You did. Okay, so is there like a mass empty command? I don't think there is. I do just want you to empty all of these ethanol bottles again. Because we want the ethanol in here, but we don't want the liquid. We're trying to do the ethanol condensation thing. The problem is, I think we're generating a bit too much heat. And I don't think there's quite enough thermal conductivity across the whole area. Yeah, don't open the water bottle. A very small amount of water. It's not ideal that we have that big step either. You can see in this region we have some condensation going on. And then we have a load of water in here. I'm not sure I want this water in here either. Let's sweep that up. Oh, there's no point doing that yet because we've got a load of steam condensing here. That's probably why this is overheating as well, to be fair. The polluted water is trying, but it's has limited cooling capabilities, frankly. We may have to put another aqua tuna. The issue is there isn't really room for another aqua tuna down here. We do kind of have to have these all set up with the bypass. Now, actually, I think it is possible that we could set up an aqua tuna over here. We could probably do it somehow, or maybe even over here. We would need to hook up another power wire, but we do actually have another power wire. I think we need to do this. So let's look at this pump. So I think what I'd do is I'll put the tiles there. We'd extend this up here. Yeah, we could do that. Put it under the fire pole? Nah. No, we'll just extend it up here. The robo miner isn't actually doing that much either, so maybe we can just remove that. We literally have a spare wire because we originally built 4 and the bypass didn't work properly. And we have the capacity to run it, so we probably should just do it so that we can actually get everything working properly. Because I want to have as few maintenance tasks as possible when we start looking at other asteroids. That's my goal. Still breaking a load of insulated pipes. It's not good. Can I just make this whole pipe out of ceramic? Pretty tempting. In fact, can you actually just priority... Can you just priority 9 these? Yeah. Oh, this one is ceramic and it's still broken. Is the steam in here too cold now? Steam in here is too cold. You know what that means. If it's just full of steam and it's cold steam, I think we just let the water out here and call it a day. Because I only built these because we were having an issue with the natural gas storage, and that issue has been fixed permanently. Yeah, it's all steam in here now, so I should actually just deconstruct all of these, and then we can avoid this whole nightmare. Okay, good. So that means all of this pipework can go as well, and so can this. then cancel the building. Yeah, I think that should be good. I want all of the non-ethanol gas to be out of here. I want it to be a vacuum, unless we specifically have ethanol. Okay, the airflow tiles are working properly, that's good. We are just condensing all of this steam on the tiles up here, because these tiles are being cooled by all the debris from the entire map that we stored up here. So, it will all condense, eventually. Right, let's do this aqua tuner quickly before I forget. We're using the arrow keys now, I feel like it. Right, so... What? How did I put it there? It's not right. No, it is right, because the tile's going to go there, and then this is going to go here. Okay, so remove this. Are we even running this steam pump anymore? We are, but we can put it elsewhere. Oh, we can't put it elsewhere. The steam pump has to be in the room because it has to be cold enough. And it will be cold enough because we're actively cooling this zone. It won't be cold enough outside of the insulation. So let's actually move that pipe here and then put this here. Pipe, pump, whatever. And then the aqua tuner could go here. I'm probably going to have to reorganize these wires a little bit. Yeah, all of these new constructions could be priority 9. Let me remove these 3. I should remove this as well. This could be a mesh tile, actually. Yeah, go ahead and do this. And then maybe I'll just put a mesh tile here. I think we'll keep the robo miner here, just in case we get some sand boiling again. Not turn the music on. Oh, whatever. We're doing our own music today, then. You guys have heard plenty of ONI music. I should play my playlist more. We don't have any steel. Oh, yeah. Why don't we have any steel, guys? Do you remember? Do you honestly remember why we don't have any steel? That's right. It's because I released a load of steam over here. Now, thankfully, the steam is cold enough. We can replace all of this stuff again. So let's actually go ahead and do that. And never do this again. We're going to have to do a lot of this. And we're going to have to make sure that the reconstruction errands are prioritized very quickly. Because we don't want to offline our Radbolt generators again. Well, it's not an emergency yet. Definitely worth doing now rather than later. I'm so happy with how this run has gone in general, though. Everything feels organized. Everything feels like it's working well enough. I feel like we're finally at the point where we can actually go and explore deep space. Which I've honestly never felt like we've actually reached that point before on Twitch. Like, the only other times we've done a lot of space stuff has been in Flip Vartas and other Moonlit runs. Or DLC runs where we were looking at specific stuff on foreign asteroids. Now we're literally going to go out and look at all the spaced out stuff that's been overdue for years at this point. Feels like a big turning point. Also, I'm glad you guys all liked the Paku video. I will be releasing the follow-up very shortly. I'm planning on doing the Goldfish video tomorrow. Because I'm off tomorrow afternoon. And no one wants to... I was trying to make plans for people, and no one wants to make plans. So I will just do the video instead. Depending on how hot it is, of course. Then again, if it's really hot, maybe I should make a video about cold fish. Maybe it'll help me think coldly. Right. You all need to get prepared. And I need to keep my eye on that. Right, let's Just leave this for a minute. Let's put some mesh tiles here. I don't think you need these at all, to be honest. But I'm going to leave them there anyways, because they look cool. Also, we have some random gunk here. That's kind of funny. We've got the Fanta today. Definitely making sure the hydrator isn't Pepsi. I don't think we can fit a 5th aqua tuna under here because of the neutronium and where we need to put the sensors. But that's probably fine. Right, so I want to actually... Yeah, I do want to do this. We still need to actually have the steel, though. Maybe we just get this all done first. Yeah, I'm going to speed to it. We're just going to get this all done first. Because we need to make sure they do these replacements like for like. Oh, God. Oh, God. That's one of my work tasks at the moment. We're trying to replace a load of spring cans that are supporting things. And we're trying to do it like for like, except the previous ones were made 50 years ago. And even though it's the same product from the same supplier and the same catalog with the same size and type and serial code, some dimensions have changed over 50 years, which is pretty predictable, to be honest. But considering we weren't allowed to actually go in and measure them at the time, it was a bit of a nasty surprise. So that's like-for-like replacements, everyone. Thankfully, we're actually getting this done pretty quickly because we left all the gold there. So, not an issue. Maybe that's going to cool everything down as well as we rebuild it. One could dream. Circuit overloaded. We do need to sort out the power situation on the other planet, but that's a very low priority. I'm only going to do that if we literally can't think of anything else to do. I do not overly care about breaking the occasional wire. If we actually break a wire, it will show up, and we can just fix it. I think that will do. So, let's see. How much steel do we have now? Brilliant. Okay, so I can go there. This could go here. I'm going to have to adjust all the settings again. That's fine. Okay. And then the power wire is... Where's the power wire going? Aha, perfect. Look.
Killer fish.
Hello, Leofar.
Killer fish from San Diego.
Killer fish.
I don't know what I am, but I taste really good. I'm a killer fish. Hello.
Hello.
I'll be your killer fish for the evening. Thank you.
You are the killer fish for the evening. Hope you're doing well, Leofar. How's it hanging? Right. We're just going to bump every temperature up by 14 degrees. And hopefully that will do. This water is coming in super hot. That's a lot of wires. Yeah, there's a lot of wires this time. Let's bring it back down to speed 1 and I'll show you. Yeah. That's the power spine for like the whole map. Except for the Radbolt generators. The Radbolt generators are hooked up on the right. Wait. What? This wire needs to... I need to do something with this wire. Yeah, the Radbolt generators are all hooked up to the right. Up here. With a regular heavy watt wire. That we've almost overloaded. That's crazy. We are eventually going to replace it with conductive wire and just connect everything directly. But we need to actually... We need to actually get the refined metal first. Yeah, a couple of them are depowering because we're still rebuilding stuff, I believe. Right? Oh, it's nighttime. Is that really a thing? Are we gonna... Oh, it's because I deconstructed all the batteries that were storing the power. That's why we're having nighttime power issues, isn't it? The power's in here as well. Yeah, we should be fine. Oh, wait! If this door opens, it deactivates one of these. That was the entire issue. That's hilarious. Okay. We will need to test whether this setup actually works from a meteor protection point of view. I think it will. We also want to figure out what we're going to do with our payloads. I was thinking of launching them through here, but I've realized this needs a bit more open area than that. So I think we will just put that to the side over here. And then we will fire the Radbolts across. I know that's not very efficient, but it's more efficient than using Weezewarts. And we're not using the satellite otherwise, so I'm comfortable enough with that. Right, how are you doing? You're excreting your radiation. We got you at a special shift where you're using the bathroom a lot. That is the aim. Does that actually reduce your dose? It does. Good. The telescope is done. We can definitely replace it. That's the plan. We have enough data banks. Let's go home. We also have an artifact. Good job, Sonya. You succeeded in your mission. Which run is this? You can't remember which run it is. Here, let me help you. It's this one. This is the run where we do something that we promised to do for literal months at this point. The 2025 goal run, where we actually build a sour gas boiler. But the first step, well, the last step before we can actually commit to building the boiler is getting thermium. So we're now trying to explore space and find a superconductive asteroid and deal with all that crap. Right, this is going to be set to 14. And then, is that below or above? Yeah, above, good. Right, and then... So that power wire is now going to go here. And then that's going to go over here. And I'm just going to bridge it this way because we can. And that's going to come down here, and then that's going to go here. So, build all that, please. You're going to try and get all the space materials? Yeah! We're going to do all the spaced out stuff we haven't done before. So we're either going to go do the sack tree, because I've never bothered doing that in the past, and we fixed our food situation again. So we're going to have a load of food we can just dump on the sack tree. You forgot that Plastium exists? I know, right? Are you doing PPP on the PPP lab, or the 1 kilogram water? Yeah. So, I've done the PPP. I've done 2 runs, actually, on the YouTube channel. One where we blew up the meteor in cycle 90, and one where we did the lab map and we survived. So, but the 2026 plan, I think this is realistic for 2026, is we're going to go back to the prehistoric planet pack, and we are going to run a colony entirely off of Jorbos without any water. That's the plan. Like, eventually we're aiming to just cut off all water sources. Possibly including duplicants. What we might even do is we might do it all bionics for a change and try and set up a gunk boiler, because we haven't done that yet. We haven't done a gunk boiler. And I'm sure we'll figure out some other situation. Yeah, we haven't done mass spotting dupes on prehistoric planet pack, so I think that makes sense. Right. What do you mean pipe blocked? We should not have pipe blocked. Have I have done this wrong. Look, it's supposed to go up here. There you go. That'll do. Ah, stop it. Right, okay. That should help. So this should actually start cooling down all of this, because it is still getting too hot. And it's right at the point where it's actually going to collapse. We have actually recovered some more aluminium now. So let's go ahead and build some more aluminium. That will help, I think. Temperature plates. Do I want temperature plates? I do want temperature plates, but I want to make sure they're not actually touching the liquid. We can get them to build some temperature plates as well. We have lots and lots of, what? Granite? Use granite for this. Let's not go absolutely crazy. But we do actually just need to remove a little bit of the heat in here. Just to help out the cooling loop to start. I'll admit the leaky oil fisher has a use if it spawns in a spawn. Yeah, I mean, they're not bad if you need a little bit of oil before you can actually get anywhere. Guys, fellas, what's going on over here? Why is this so cold? What happened to this insulated tile? Who hurt you? I don't know. It's not even where all the ethanol condensing has been happening. I'm just confused. They also geotune okay too? Yes, although... Alright, here's a question, Lolo. Have you managed to get petroleum out of a leaky oil fissure with geotuning? Because I think the 5 geotuners on their own isn't enough. But the mass flow rate is so low, you could pretty easily get it to the point where it will actually behave. And you will have hot petroleum, but it's slow enough that you could probably cool it actively against something else, and it's not going to be the end of the world. I do actually kind of want to do a video on that, but I'm trying to think of the context. It's got to be like, what is the most practical way of actually using a leaky oil fissure? And getting the hot petroleum out of it definitely seems like a good idea. But like, what would the best heat source be? Realistically, it's probably just going to be a metal refinery, isn't it? Or maybe just a thermal aqua tuner. Because, yeah, they've always just seemed kind of useless to me after a certain point in the game. You haven't played Mind Over Magic yet? No, I don't really intend to play Mind Over Magic. I have too many games on my list, frankly. If I ever run out of things to do in ONI, which I highly doubt it, I'm gonna go play RimWorld. Yeah. You know what? Let's not temperature plate that bit. There you go. That will do, I think. You got Stellaris Dyson Sphere program. Yeah! Well, we'll do Dyson Sphere program when... We'll do Dyson Sphere program when that comes out of early access, for sure. Broken over here. But that wire? Okay. That's fine. We'll just repair everything out of Cobalt occasionally. It's in the pod. A Spore Kid Seed. An extreme digging booster. Really? Okay, I'll take one of those. Yeah, Dyson Sphere program and RimWorld. I'm gonna update my little splash screen at the end and change the games on that because we're not going back to Stardew Valley, not on stream. As fun as that is, we are not gonna have time to do it. And we're not doing Megaquarium again. As fun as Megaquarium was, I think I'm finding the DLC missions a bit more tedious than I thought. I just don't see a situation where we come back to that game and it's more interesting than anything else we could be doing. Which is a little unfortunate, but I should probably actually confirm that we're not going back to that. Because I've tried to come back to it a few times on stream, and I've just been like, nah, I'm not having fun. So I just need to actually bite the bullet on that, I think. Right, where's the rocket? You still in space? You are on the way back. You'll be 0.4 cycles. Yeah, we're not making a lot of steel at the moment because we're actually just running a carbon skimmer into this. The Drecos are kind of on maintenance mode at the moment while our polluted water vents reactivate. You turbined it and shoved it in a rocket. Ah, fair enough. Right. I'm hoping this is actually going to start cooling down the ethanol. Not 100% sure. We'll see. I think Stellaris is okay with it. I like Solar Stars for 4X games. I've heard good things about that. I would play more Stellaris, except like I don't want to be paying £10 a month for DLCs. Like ONI's DLCs, there's more stuff to do in them, frankly. The devs don't release completely half-baked content and fix it with patches several months later. Like, there have been some issues with the ONI DLCs. I'm not going to pretend it's been absolutely perfect, but big issues have been fixed pretty quickly. Like, do you guys remember when Tallow had an extremely low specific heat capacity? like an extremely low specific heat capacity. Like 0.001 or something. So you can just instantly melt it into petroleum or whatever. There was something weird you could do with tallow in the Frosty Planet Pack beta. I am still curious as to when we're going to hear about them updating the critters and shared ranches. Hey Clubstep, how you doing? It has been a little while, hasn't it? We're doing Sour Gas or Bust. We're on an Oasis map, and we've completely demolished it. No, not Oasis, Oceania. I was watching Carrie actually playing Oasis earlier. I'm gonna give them a shout out. Oasis is so much fun. I still want them to add the Oasis moonlets. Someone praised you for my ethanol turbine setup. Nice. That's nice. Wonder if they'll ever make an open world only DLC. You always have such interesting ideas for mods. What do you mean by open world? Do you mean like the star map is infinitely large and you can just keep exploring it? Because I don't think people's computers would handle that. Or do you just mean there is one asteroid, but it's procedurally generated and there's no limits? Because again, I don't think people's computers would handle that. I think there's a lot of things I would like for this game that I know realistically aren't going to happen. Tallow is net manufactured now from biodiesel. I know, I'm very happy about the cross-connectivity they've added to the DLCs. Very happy. Can I explain the setup to you? Yes. This isn't working here. We do have a YouTube video where I explain it a lot better. I actually have 2 YouTube videos, but I have one specifically about the steam turbines. But essentially what is supposed to happen. So... yeah, you're not actually mopping up ethanol now, are you? Yes, you are. Okay, stop that then. Give me a sec. But what's supposed to happen? So, you see here where the gas is boiling and condensing. So, liquid ethanol has a heat capacity of 2.46. But gas ethanol has a heat capacity of 2.148, which is a little bit lower. I.e., it takes more heat to boil ethanol than to condense it. So if you set up a room where it's all on the bottom, only interacting with the steam turbines, and they're heating it up, it boils, touches the cooled pipes. The bottom isn't being cooled at all, it's just the top of the map. And as soon as it turns into gas, it condenses on this. That condensation deletes a fair bit of heat. So provided that whatever you've got is working within the boiling condensation range of ethanol, within that 6 degrees, you can delete heat with it. And it's not a lot, but basically for every 6 steam turbines you have running at full whack, it means you can add an extra 7th on average. Thereabouts. It's not exact. I did an experiment. It's like phosphorite to phosphorus. Yeah, a little bit, except that's the other way around. Phosphorus has a much higher heat capacity than phosphorite. And also, it's not reversible. Because it just melts into... it freezes into solid phosphorus, which has the same heat capacity. The converse of that is molten salt, which we've also done a video on, where the liquid salt has a low heat capacity and gas salt has a high heat capacity. So that's heat multiplying. So what you could do is you could have a chamber where you fill... where you're running your metal refinery coolant through and heating stuff up. If you heat up molten salt instead of steam, you can generate 25% more heat for your steam turbines that way. Have I calculated the number of turbines you can support with this type of cooling? Well, you still need active cooling. It's an efficiency increase. No matter what, you still need active cooling. You can't just have ethanol deleting the heat from the steam turbine forever. Yeah, no, actually, I think you can. Check the video. I talk about it a lot in the video, and I talk about it better than I am going to be here. I don't want to get completely derailed today on that. But what we should see is we should see the ethanol liquid start to creep over here. Because, yeah, this is good. You can see the condensation area is shifting this way as the pipe coolant is working more efficiently. So eventually it will reach the point where it's... the condensation point is right at the end, and there's no more gas. And then what that means is that the whole area is working on the boiling condensing principle. Because what we should start seeing is once we get rid of the carbon dioxide especially, which we're gas pumping out, we should start seeing it boiling and condensing in all sorts of places. Wow, how hot is it down there? We need to decrease outlet. It's very hot. It's 370 degrees. We've actually, yeah, so we're running these at the minimum possible flow rate of steam, and we're still generating the heat. In fact, it's slightly too hot even still, but we can't actually reduce it down this point. So some of the heat is being wasted, and we're not quite actually, yeah, these are generating more heat than we would normally want in our steam turbines. But I think we'll still be alright. Our aluminium volcano is activated again, by the way, so this is why we're replacing all of this with a more conductive material now. This is starting to cool down, so that's good. I think I'm just going to tell you to sweep all of this now. I'm pretty happy with it. This is the carbon dioxide pump. I've just realized. We've probably been pumping a load of steam in here, haven't we? No? We're fine. Okay, what have we got? We got a moon. What on earth? It's very small. Okay. I think it's one of the better artifacts. I think we've lucked out. Also, who's moving the blender? Oh, the blender's going over here. Yeah, we're going to start adding all of our artifacts over here. I'm going to try and get the artifact achievement this run. It's going to take some time, but like we're in a good position to get all the rest of these achievements. So we should have all the data banks now. This research should happen very quickly. Well, it will happen as quickly as Uglanisk does all the research, which should be relatively quickly. With open world, I mean no neutronium side borders, but for spaced out, that would be an infinite asteroid map. Yeah. Yeah, I just don't see how it would work practically. You know what would be interesting? And also horrifying. A map where all of the abyssalite is replaced with neutronium. So you actually can't dig through it. You'd have to change the generation slightly though, because I think there's some places where you have to dig through it. Also, I'm really glad that these suit masks, suit docks have finally worked out properly. Food seems to be fine in here now. Yeah, we've properly fixed these freezers now. By adding the auto sweeper and by adding the sensor here, that's good. Right, you just waiting for the door to open? Yes. Right, okay. You built that wire in slightly the wrong order, that's fine. I've got to figure out the point where we actually terminate this wire again. A map where all abyssalite is replaced by graphite to increase thermal conductivity. Lol. Yes, I remember you saying that. That is a good idea. That would be pretty funny. I like it. Right. We've still got a tiny bit of water in here. This irks me. I think we're pretty much there, though. Let's keep digging up this asteroid. I'm leaving the Sweetles alone. That's definitely a plan. Also, I could just dig all of this out, because we're not going up here anyways. We had access up there, but we don't now. So go ahead and dig that. And then... go ahead and dig this. That should be fine. Then you can reach all of that as well. There's a lot of rust over here. We should probably start converting the rust at some point. For the rust biome into iron ore. We'd have to be pretty desperate for metal ore to do that, though. But I think we're kind of almost at the point where we would consider it. I'd like to see if there's some asteroids with atmospheres or an atmosphere trait. How would that work? What's an atmosphere asteroid? Oh, right. So, like, how would you land on it? I feel like the only way to do that would be to have a crust and then just have a big empty biome filled with gas. I don't think that'd be very interesting. Oh, let me select you. I believe it's just a little blob of water left. What else do we actually want to do? Is there anything left that I need to do? Did we analyze the moon? No. That's Barney's current errand. Let's watch Barney currently analyze this. There you go. This is how we figured out how to remove neutronium, by the way. Very precise science going on here. I also just like how the light is flickering between red and green for no reason. Maybe asteroid had brutal space radiation illumination. I guess it could have a massive temperature differential, but they need a bit light anyways. You are getting lit workspace from this. This looks very weird, but it does technically work. How much extra plastic do we have now? Not a lot. Oh, that's right. You can't reach these tiles. Well... that's annoying. Oh, we've got other stuff to plastic anyways. It's the moon. Plus 80 decor over 7 tiles. Wow. Amazing. Let's put it here. And then we've actually got some pedestals over here as well. With George's tool case and the collar. Okay, let's read the entry. In contrast to most moons, this object's glowing properties do not come from reflecting an external source of light, but rather from an internal glow of mysterious origins. The glow of the object also grants an extraordinary amount of decor to nearby duplicates, almost as if it was designed that way. Nice. This is, I think this is the strongest artifact, or one of the strongest artifacts. That's nice. Oh god, yep, loads of these wires breaking. But again, I think the most important thing to do today... is it because this is running again? This is technically running again. Why aren't you running? Oh, the pipe's blocked. What was the plan with this again? Were we planning to export water? I think we were planning to export water. Just so that we could power everything? I mean, the steam's all just storing up in there for now, which I think I'm fine with. But it means the steam turbines can't run because we're not dumping it anywhere. But at the same time, it's not like we're losing the heat, it's just infinitely storing. Right. Okay, here's a thought. Let's dump the rest of the ethanol out this pipe. There you go. Is this actually just going to completely break everything? I don't think it will because we've got this little blob of water here. I do just want to dump all the ethanol though. The gas looking. The pressure is definitely decreasing. It's just taking lots of time. Right, let's see what happens. Yeah, that seems fine. I will just need to actually sweep this up. There you go. Eventually, this should condense all the ethanol gas in the area. So let's watch that happen. That'll be quite fun. Research will be done soon, and then we can move on to the main task for today. Oh, right. Hold on. Are you just going to push the water all the way back? Be nice. Not sure it's gonna happen. Maybe if all of the gas suddenly condenses. Self-sustaining hydrogen rocket. What? For like using Saturn critter traps and critters or something. I've never done any of the rocket wall melting stuff. I'm not sure I'm going to. It feels unnecessary and like cheesy. I might, but Probably not on this run. Oh yeah, this is all going to start condensing soon. It's already there pretty much. Oh, we're out of ethanol now. Okay, that's fine. So if we did want more water, where would that go? So that's just going to go up here. I don't want that to run in there. Do I just want to dump it into... You know what? I think here's what I want to do. I think I just want to actually dump it into the steam bit. Just dump it down here. Just build another vent. Because that'll help cool stuff down. Where is the pipe on the other asteroid going to again? Is that currently full of ethanol? No. Okay, so plug that one in. And then... That's all insulated. We have a bottle full of ethanol here. We'll just leave that bottle of ethanol there. And then we just need to disable this immediately. And then build that immediately. Sounds good. Just a giant rocket silo from the bottom of the map to the top. Oh, like a big rocket chimney. Yeah. I've not done that either. I think what we might do is we might go back to the skewed asteroid and do the rocket chimney on that one. Because we did a very short run on the skewed asteroid where I established it was easier than a normal asteroid because the gold volcanoes practically tame themselves. But we definitely did not fully utilize that seed, so I may go back there at some point. Power gets trivial, it's just making sure the wires are straight. Yeah, eventually. I feel that one. Right. Where's the water? Are we actually pumping it? We are actually pumping it. That's good. So now that means you're going to actually run again. What is actually connected to this wire? Let's look at this, because there might be a simple solution for this. It's a thermo aqua tuner. And then we also have a load of geotuners hooked up to it. There's this one. Am I just going to disconnect this from, like, everything? Also, there's a wire here that's broken now. I think this may be the source of the issue. I think here's what we do. So, all of this stuff can stay connected to this. And then this stuff is going to stay connected down here. That should solve the issue. You still have to see more hostile critters. I did see recently that there was some old deleted footage of beta creatures that were hostile. Like there were some rat creatures, there were some electric bugs that zapped you. Like beta game content stuff that never got added. Can you just do this one yellow alert? And then this one. Because I'm pretty sure we could fix this stuff easily. Yeah, like from Don't Starve. Yeah. I think that's probably why they decided against it as well. But yeah, this water's 95C, so this will definitely help to cool down the other asteroid, even if we're not actually immediately using all of the water. Yeah, here we go. Seems fine. Still got a little bit of water in here. Let's sweep this up. Research is very nearly done. Databanks are actually ahead of radiation research. We beat the radiation research. That's hilarious. That probably means I should set up a lab next to the crashed satellite as well, because that'll be faster than the Weezewarts. And we're going to need a lot of radiation research for the final techs. Yeah, well, this ethanol gas is being held behind by a single blob of liquid. That's not a good thing. We have a bottle of naphtha somewhere, don't we? We have like a big one. Where is it? Did I fill it back up over here? No. Yes? Yes. Okay. So just come back and bring this over here. Because I don't think we'll need to dump any more ethanol in here. So I'm hoping we don't. Together with that as well. Radiation research is annoying, just throw shine bugs are the problem. Yeah, we've done that a lot. But we've got the satellite here, so we might as well. Usually, if we're just doing a short run, we just do Wheezeworts, and that's that. But like, longer term, shine bugs, crash satellites, or a nuclear reactor. We haven't actually done a nuclear reactor on Twitch specifically for research. We've got an idle dupe. We should not have an idle dupe. Oh. Yeah? Okay. You build this? But why is it so laggy? Maybe make it out of Mafic rock? Got any Mafic rock? I don't think you have any rock. It's a slight issue. Right, we'll just dig all of this then. Let's get out of here. Because over there were more brutal asteroids. Yeah. I'm still keen to see all of that. Right, what is the situation here? Why aren't you building this wire? You don't have cobalt. I think they may not actually have cobalt anymore. No. You do have it. Where? Oh, it's all in the rocket. It's all in this room. Because it's actually being held behind this storage for now. What? Oh. Oh, the volcano's erupting, so it's all melting off the wire. That's pretty funny. I don't think it's supposed to be happening. Just gotta set this to 500 kilograms, whatever. Right, I think you're out of here now, aren't you? No, you're not. Still got a little mini task. Go ahead and do that. Oh, God. Okay. There you go. Right, you should be fine now. And I don't think any of these wires should break again. Yeah, that looks alright. Then this one actually isn't connected up to anything. Oh. What? I guess just do this then. That should solve everything, right? Make it a little more microchips. Fair enough. Brutal Life DLC. You know, we got the Frosty Planet pack, we got the Prehistoric Planet pack, and we got the Brutal Life DLC. I like it. Right, empty this. Looks like all of that steam has condensed now. Now, if we have a look at the decor overlay, here's an interesting fact. The negative decor from the heavy watt wire does not pass through an airflow tile. So we could, if we really wanted, make this all airflow tiles. Or mesh tiles, even. I don't think I'm going to bother though. Something else that we need to do. If we're actually not doing that much more on this asteroid now, because everything else is done, we should start dumping all of the material on the map somewhere. Somewhere we can access it easily, that isn't going to be in sight of the dude. But maybe that's another time skip. I don't know. I don't want to queue up an absolute ton of errands. It's a really cold mod. Right, that's good. I don't want the naphtha to come over here, so sweep this up. This has cooled down, not as much as I'd have liked, but the polluted water is getting colder. I think this may suffice. Okay, I'm getting bored now. Are we just gonna go watch the radiation guy do the radiation research? No. Am I just leaving these here now? I think I'm actually leaving a lot of this stuff here. We can drywall this bit. I'm just gonna make it yellow. I'm going to keep the natural gas filter here just because it's been pretty helpful. These rooms are just like the Bionic dupe spare beds, I suppose. Though I guess they don't really need them. We got Pay and we got Meesmore. Did I never actually build enough beds for everyone? I could just make these bedrooms. I do actually just need to hook up the natural gas in here now. I need to actually disconnect this. Yeah, just disconnect this for now. We need to burn all this natural gas. Don't I get Noita urges? I do, but I repress them because that game doesn't like me. It crashes too much. I'm not getting 8 hours into another Noita run for it to crash again. Sorry, that's just how it is. I love Noita, but it doesn't love me. I would still be playing it, probably, if it didn't crash so much. There's still stuff in that game I want to do, but it's just not a good format for someone like me. To be frank. What's all this gas? This should just be steam going in here now, right? Yeah, I'm not going to worry too much about that. Let's keep some more digs over here. Cancel that. You could definitely just go in here and grab all of this. And then you can also come in here and grab all of this. Oh, wait. I'm miscalculating. I'm miscalculating. Here you go. I like to make a liquid uranium duplicator that feels right. It feeds right into the power setup. Uranium duplicator? What? I've not heard that one before. What else do I want to take from this asteroid? I'm trying to leave the Sweetles alone. Generally. Yeah, take all of that, and then, actually, now that I think about it, we could take all of this, too. That's fine. By the way, Leo, I got the Draco thing working. I don't really like it, but it's better than anything I've got, lol. Do you double stack transformers for conductive wire? Yes, we always do that. All my homies hate large power transformers. I never use them. We just double stack regular transformers. The only circumstance where I use large power transformers is if I don't have any metal ore and I don't care about the overloading. I just want to take it off and put it on heavy wire or something. They just need to change it to 2 kilowatts. I don't get why it's 4 kilowatts. I've never heard anyone give me a really good reason either. I think those bunker tiles will transfer heat to the roof tiles. Oh yeah, I know they are. Oh, trust me, I know this is not... I know this is not rigorous. But we're fine. So long as this stuff isn't actually broken, we're all good. I think a lot of the heat is being dissipated into the asteroid. That being said, the more we dig, the less the heat is going to be dissipated. So I do need to at least consider that. Wow, I really didn't think this would be the constraint. Collecting 151 per cycle. And how many do we need for each databank again? 10 units. So we need 10 Radbolts per research point. So it's going to be a couple of cycles. What are we going to do in a couple of cycles? What are we going to do in a couple of cycles? One guitar should have a larger hitbox. That's an interesting idea. I don't think I'm moving any of this. I don't know. Maybe. Poke shell watch. We got plenty of poke shells. How's the spawn tanks looking? It's like, this one's empty. That one's close to empty. Most of them are just very full. That's fine. We still haven't been using all of this water geyser either, by the way. That's mildly irritating. Alright, guys. I think what we're actually gonna do... So we're dumping all this water in here, right? I think we may actually set up another pipe to dump even more water. Because we're not actually using any of this at this point. So this is gonna be hot water. So we're going to insulate this. That could go down here. I'm just thinking of stuff to do while we're waiting for the research. Why separate my Hydra heads? Just in case one of them breaks. And then it doesn't shut down the entire base oxygen production while we fix it. Probably not 100% necessary, but... I don't know, I've been burned before. Right, this is going to be spaghetti. Where is this pipe even going? Up, right? Don't at me. Right, so that one needs to go here. You need to be Priority 9 on all of these. You saw a mod for a bigger asteroid, you're wondering who would need that? I think the better question is, where is the computer and why isn't it helping us cure cancer? Instead of running ONI. This needs to be insulated pipe. Right, I'm pretty sure we can reach all of this. So let's bridge this down here. That pipe in the middle, what is that pipe even for? That is for polluted water. We knew that. So that one can go down here. Ah. Go down there. Is running all of this insulated hot water past the puffs going to be an issue? I don't think it is. And I'm pretty sure I just want this to dump constantly because, like, we're not using this water. And it's currently being wasted by the geyser. We're gonna need to move that pipe again. I think we're actually reaching the point where this could be considered overkill. This pipe, I don't believe, is doing anything now. We were just dumping ethanol in there earlier. That needs to go here. That needs to get dumped. That needs to go there. There you go. That should be fine. And then that will come down onto this. Is that a problem? If I put like a... If I do this, I think that would work pretty well. Oxygen not included is still a bad target because it's so easy to produce it. You forget that you've got thousands of hours in this game. This game is still plenty difficult to do players. I just stack electrolyzers, you'd hate my setup, it's very low effort, low style. I try to make everything simpler, like why do you need oxygen pipes? We've done it before, where we just cracked open the underside. And we just put atmo sensors on the underside. We've done that. And, I think we may have even done the opposite, where we just let the hydrogen float up into space, if we didn't need it. No. We wouldn't have done that. I think we let it float up to somewhere else. Like to the top of the map where we were harvesting it. With like a hydrogen vent. I think we've done that before. Right, that's probably a lot of rock. But that should have happened a while ago because I don't want this overpressurizing. I'm pretty sure I am going to have these water weeds here now. We've committed to the emulsifier. We know we're going to get enough power and salt to run this forever. So let's actually just put some drywall in. What are we going to do? Should I have the Frosty Planet Pack drywall in here? You know what? Let's do the Southwest theme. I know I'm gonna have a farm of some kind in here because I just want to make sure we've got plenty of food, and I don't want to actually commit it to ranches. Eventually, I want all of my ranches to be on the Dreco loop. Yeah, that'll do. I might even put it down here as well. No, I don't think I will. This one could be the ice panel. I'm pretty sure I'm not moving any of this at this point. I don't think I can reach this. We'll figure out something else to put in here. But people do come in here and use this. Maybe we just leave that alone. Yeah. Okay. Waterweed seeds. Very funny game. How about some Slickster eggs? Another conductive wire is broken. Really? I was hoping that wouldn't be the case now. Suppose not. Right, we have a little bit of a situation over here. Where is the ethanol going? This fish right here. I also don't understand why people lock the hydro generators up so dupes can't tune them. It just depends, doesn't it? It depends how much refined metal you have, and it depends whether you're actually using all of your spawn power. But at this point in the game, I'm just tuning everything. Because I'm tuning everything so that we're not wasting power on our transformers. That's what I'll say. Right, we're almost there. We got like a couple of research points left. The waste stoop time, that's true. Also, someone very rightly pointed out, we could have more Paku in here if we just opened up this with mesh tiles. But, do we actually need more Paku? Also, this should be set to 36, not 12. We should have 9 breeders in here. I believe we've been getting a fair amount of eggs in here. That's a fair amount of eggs. Yep. Omelets have been helping. Got a couple of tropical Pakus in here, not a huge amount. Beats the heck out of the hamster wheel. Yeah. Temperature doing over here? Now that we're running loads of emulsifiers. Bad, not bad. Oh, the engineering burns! It burns! Yeah. Lolo, here's my favorite thing. We are geotuning a steam... we're geotuning a saltwater vent to convert all the saltwater into steam. Running it through steam turbines. And then running that regular water, along with the salt, back into emulsifiers to reconvert it into salt water to feed it to water weeds. That's right. We're unboiling the salt water. Because it's power positive. I'm very glad they added the emulsifier to the game. It's quite funny. Come on. You must be nearly ready. Also, what is the situation with this? Is this just not running? Why is this just not running? Oh, because we don't have water in the pipe. Because the cool steam vent is dormant. Alright. Pro gamer move. That pipe is going here now. Bigger. That is hot water. Is that a problem? I don't know, maybe. I could probably actually just do this, right? Then remove this. Yeah. Seems like a good idea. Game. Boo. You want them to add a cryo tuner? What does that mean? Oh, right. I have to cancel the errand. Wow, we've dumped a lot of random crap over here, haven't we? 85 tons of wood? That's hilarious. I'd never even thought about that. I think CO2 guys is even better. Cryotuner that cools down vents and gases and not volcanoes. Interesting. Not heard that idea before. Right. What's temperatures looking like over here now? Okay, it's very hot over here. This is not good. Why is that the case? Because this hasn't been running because it has too much polluted water in it. Okay. No, it doesn't have too much polluted water in it. It's because they haven't built this friggin' pipe. Yeah, okay. You do indeed need to actually fix this. Cool down your chlorine geyser, or maybe turn hot water to just normal water. When are they gonna add a mercury geyser? I don't know how realistic it is, but they should totally add it. Also, when are they gonna add helium? They're gonna make it like some kind of special resource you use to run like a fusion reactor or something. I'm still waiting for helium, and I'm still waiting for them to add lithium to the game, because I think lithium would be interesting. And titanium. Why doesn't titanium exist? Not that these are actually gonna have like a huge impact, except for us mega nerds, but like, it's the principle. Okay, are we nearly done on this? They would also make a mercury because it's only 300C. The thing is, it's 300C, but it's so little heat capacity as well. It would condense very easily. Well, it wouldn't, because it would stay as a liquid at room temperature. But like, you see the point. It would end up at a reasonable temperature very quickly. Which is probably why I didn't do it, because I thought it would make things too easy. I think that's probably why they haven't done it, because they thought it would make the game too easy. Which probably would. You'd probably have to make it like a leaky oil fissure, except for mercury, where it's like a very small amount. Please tell me you're actually going to run now. Also, because we have so many bridges, it takes ages to sneak through here. Let's try it. Yeah, this is getting pretty close to just shutting down now, isn't it? Well, at least we're dumping the water from the other map. Oh, right, this pipe. Yep, okay. Titanium would be another barely indistinguishable metal from nickel and cobalt with iron. I think the titanium would have like better properties, like heat resistance. It could be a steel equivalent you could find naturally, but it's rarer. I think that's what you would do with it. We did the research. You hear it? The big bong. So we need to remove the rocket now. So what that means is we definitely want to change this to a proper can. So that means everything in here has to go. which is going to be annoying. And I guess, where are we going to put that for now? Like... Oh, I guess I'm just going to put it down here, because it's right next to... It's right next to everything else. Yeah, just do that. For now. What's the next research we want? We don't want cryofuel yet. Drill cone? It seems possible. We have actually drill cone now. Data science? Possible. Oh, we need the cartography module. I think we can actually still do that. Nickel could also be used to make steel. You'd like to be able to use mercury and gold to mix it back into gold amalgam. That'd be fun. Actually, hold on. They should change... Okay, don't add a mercury volcano. Just make it so that when you use gold in a metal refinery, gold amalgam in a metal refinery, you get some of it as gold and some of it as mercury. And then you have to put some mesh tiles underneath the mercury refinery or whatever. I feel like that would be balanced, because then it would at least take some effort, and you would be using a somewhat finite resource. But then, if you got the regal Bammets branched properly, then you'd have sustainable mercury. That feels like the right level of balance to have, because a volcano or a vent would be too easy. But, like, require you to have regal Bammets and run a metal refinery outputting a liquid on the floor. I think that would be balanced enough to be worth considering. Cool. You guys are going to be shuffling this stuff around for a while, I think. I don't know, I mean, there's not that much stuff in here. I guess you are literally grabbing 2 tons at a time. And we will just dismantle everything in here, right? Now, guys, I have a question. If we dismantle a rocket capsule, does it drop all of the ingredients on the floor? The debris in the rocket. Oh, okay, look. Stop. Stop it. Get some help. Keep all of this stuff out of here. It is supposed to. Okay, well, we could just try that. Let's save it and try it. Let's just see what jumps out. The main reason... Oh, actually, the reason we're not doing this is because we don't want all the oxalite to just off-gas into space. Amalgam literally means come with mercury. Yeah. Well said. They should totally do that. The only issue is... Would you make it a DLC-only recipe? Or would you add that recipe to the base game? So people can get mercury in the base game. But then, if you actually look at the mercury stuff... it's exclusive to the Frosty Planet pack. I guess you could make it a base game thing and then... Because gold refining is so cheap as well, right? Like, you would use mercury for stuff even if you didn't have any buildings. I feel like it would just make sense. Like, completely. Right, are we actually done then? I think we're nearly done. Right, let's just try this. Deconstruct. And then everything else... Actually, you know what? Just deconstruct everything else. It's fine. Then we'll rebuild this rocket from scratch. They don't care about the carbon dioxide either. Go ahead and deconstruct everything in here if you feel like it. Let's see how that goes. It's like sulfur for base game? Yeah, exactly. You're right. They should actually just do that then. Maybe we should petition Clay. I completely think that should happen. Right. It does look like everything has in fact dropped out of here. Including all the building materials. That's reassuring. What about all the carbon dioxide? No, that's all released into space. That's acceptable. Yeah, remove that. Remove this. Remove this. And then we'll just start over from scratch. This water pipe is obviously going to have to move. That's fine. Who's idle? Gizmo, that's fine. Right, new rocket. Radbolt engine. Has to be made out of steel. That makes sense. So what else are we going to add? We're going to add a regular space above rocket blocked. Oh, you're shitting me. Okay, you're not shitting me. So we're going to have to remove these. And I'm going to have to put in like some manual blast doors. Like, okay, I think what we'll do is we'll hook these up. Is that a steel wire? That should probably be a steel wire. If we're gonna have... Oh, sorry. We're gonna have the Radbolt Rocket go past this. It should probably be a steel wire. Also, how the heck are we gonna insulate any of this? I think actually, I'm just gonna have to straight up block access to this and insulate it. We can access it from the other side. I think we do have to just do this, otherwise we're going to completely destroy everything. Gonna make accessing it pretty awkward. Oh, I don't know, I guess I can crawl up here. So then this, let's make this out of steel. So I'm just gonna put a switch here. And we'll just manually activate it for now. All this stuff has to be steel, I think. Yeah, mercury is a good temperature exchange medium. You're right. We should definitely... there should definitely be something in the game for that. Right, guess we don't really need to insulate this. I guess it's a load of extra steel for us as well. We're gonna have a load of crap end up building up on here, aren't we? I will worry about that another day. I think I will need to actually insulate this bit. I'm not happy with this. But I have to have something here. I think it's gonna have to go like this. No. No, we can't have anything actually blocking it. I think that just means we are gonna actually have a little shaft. Oh, don't tell me the bunker door is gonna block it. Oh, it's the ladder. I'm a twit. That's fine. Well, let's think about it long and hard. Because we've got to make sure that... I think we did have to do this. Let's see what it says now. Right, we can build one now. Good. So we want a basic nose cone. Just make it out of refined carbon, that's fine. Spacefarer module. I don't think these actually matter, do they? Materials. Oh, wait. Yeah, there we go. Let's figure this all out slowly. I don't think we could actually put anything here to block this. I think a very small amount coming out here is probably fine. We'll see. We're done with the robot pilot module. What do we want? Orbital cargo. We're definitely going to want the cartography module, which we're currently researching. How many databanks do we have? Oh, I really hope we got enough extra databanks for this. Because otherwise, it's going to be a right pig's ear. We did. Good. Okay. That's reassuring. Right, let's see. Battery module. Probably. Maybe? How good is the battery module? It doesn't actually say how big this is. maybe it will when we actually look at it. Yeah. No? Genesis Knowledge X. I like the name of that rocket. Let's add these things for now. This obviously needs to go above everything else. So we've got another 4 tiles of height. Radbolt fueled rockets support few modules but travel exceptionally far. Ah, I see. Yes, they're not as tall as the other rockets, which I guess isn't the worst thing in the world. But we're probably going to be quite constrained if we're trying to fit a cartography module on here. So maybe we don't do the battery. Fine. So it stores 4,000 Radbolts. The Radbolt port is here. And then it does have a port. Sends a green signal when the storage is full. Right. So what's the plan? I think the plan is we point those ones up. Here's a question. Is there a Radbolt switch? I don't think there is. Because basically what I'm thinking is the Radbolts are definitely going to go here. I don't think I have room to put anything on the other side to catch them. I think what we may actually do is set it so one of the satellites powers the rocket and one of them powers the diamond presses. Just do it like that. And then we just turn off the... We just turn off the Radbolt generators if it's missing or if it's full. Wait, how do we do that? How do we get it to turn off if it's missing or if it's full? Oh, probably with the rocket platform, right? Let's think about this. So, automation. 2 deflectors at the rocket and 1 sends it back down again. 2 deflectors at the... Okay, first of all, this one's too high. Like that. The problem is, don't I have to put the other deflector on the other side? Oh! I can just put it there. Okay, well don't make it out of granite. Turn the other around. What? Oh, right, that one, yeah. Hold on. Right, let's make that a ceramic. Because it's got to shoot here to get to the rocket, and then this one will shoot down. And then... No, I think we can do this neatly with automation so that it just stops sending them. Rather than sending them back. I think I know how to do this. Wait, oh! The Radbolt port is one below the friggin' thing. That's why I'm getting confused. Okay, so if this is full, it sends a green signal. And if the rocket is on the platform... So what we wanted to do is send a green signal if the rocket is not on the platform. No. So if the rocket... we want either if the rocket is not on the platform or if this is full, then we deactivate things. So this gets a not gate. I also need to make this all out of steel, don't I? I want to try it this way first. Right. So... let's get the wires fairly clear. Oh, allow incoming Radbolts or ignore incoming Radbolts. Oh, wow, we can automate that. That's interesting. I don't think we're going to use it, though. So we want an OR gate here. So if either of those conditions are met, then it activates a green signal, which means we send a NOT gate signal down. Which will go here. Okay, and then that wire is cheap, so we'll just send it like this. And then the rest of this wire could be cobalt. And then that's going to go here and turn these off. Okay. And I will cut this off first. And then, so this turns off the Radbolt generator here if the diamond storages are all full. Which they never are. So I can disconnect it here afterwards, and that should be fine. Okay. I think that will work. Oh, I'm excited. We've never done one of these before. I definitely need to sweep all of this stuff up, though, before we do any of this. When will they add spaghetti as a food item? That's a good point. How would you even make pasta? Would there be a reason for making pasta? Or is it pasta its prime? Oh. Just making you want little Radbolts to go to loop so you don't waste them. Well, I think what will happen is... I think this will turn off before any Radbolts get fired. Because we've set these to generate... We've set them to fire 250 at a time. And they're all at different timings. So it should be very rare that we actually get multiple Radbolts in transit at once. And then as soon as one of these conditions is met, then it will turn off all of the Radbolt generators. Oh, you know what would make more sense? If instead of doing that, we just redirected the Radbolts from here, so that they were going into the diamond presses. That would be more sensible, wouldn't it? Because we know that we're never going to use this many Radbolts on that. Okay, let's think about how that would work. So, these are all going down here at the moment. So what I would want to do... We've got to actually... Let's get this all set up first to work the original way, just to check that it works. We'll fuel up the rocket, and then we'll do the other bit. Do we actually need... solid oxidizer? Or liquid oxidizer for this? I feel like the answer is no, but I've never done it before. Boom squash spaghetti. Oh, you just... Oh, haha, very funny. Yeah, I get it. Alright, that's all built. Yeah, that should be fine. Right, so hook this up. Disconnect this, just for now. And then that is going to point up. That is going to point up. That's going to point up. That is going to point up. And then that's going to go through here, and then that's going to point at the Radbolt rocket. That makes sense. And for now, just because I want to fill this thing first, I'm going to send those Radbolts up as well. But that's not the long-term plan. That being said, I could just build a wire down here so I could plug it in that way if I wanted to. It should be high on realize. Oh. Storage bin. It formed sand on the storage bin. Great. That was not the intent. What's this all looking anyways? It's heated up a fair bit now. We've got 4 aqua tuners running. I should probably actually put more insulation here. To compensate with extra water dripping in. Yeah, the dirt is boiling. Yeah, let's just get that done. That's why I've got the robo miner here, just to occasionally handle it. But it's not handling it on the bins. Right, I want to watch these Radbolts go into rocket now. Okay, I have a slight problem. Alright. Okay, look, this is perhaps not as modular as we thought. Okay, let's stop doing this wire, because we definitely don't need to do that. Set these all to 500. Set this one back down. This way. And then I need to rebuild all of these. How irksome. Radbolts decay in the loop, they don't decay in a research terminal. Yes. Well, as entertaining as this is, it's not very productive. We are generating a lot of radioactive contaminants and not really achieving much else. Oh, you didn't sweep these pills. Does it matter? Not 100% sure that matters. This looks so wonky. I want to put the cartography module in. Not anymore, we're removing them. Yeah, release the Radbolts. There we go. Decent chunk. Right, so... go up here. At least we can just build these ones right away. At least if you actually ever manage to finish this task. Okay. So, yeah, we are just going to send one of these satellites to the rocket, one to the diamond presses. We made a lot of diamond. I don't think we're going to use the diamond that quickly. Might be building another research terminal too. Yeah, that's what we're doing. We're not using this for research. We're going to use probably this satellite for extra research because it's relatively near to the base. The funny thing is, I think it would be somewhat practical to actually send the Radbolts directly to this terminal. Like, are a lot of dupes going to get zapped? Possibly. Would it be funny? Yes. I don't know. You know what's a shame? It's a shame that you can't zap a Radbolt into a little pack and then, like, manually transport it. That would be fun, just carrying, like, a Radbolt in a backpack. You can always use a tube. Or to move the dupes. I don't really want to disrupt the access to, like, the whole of the base, though. Because, literally, the dupes are always in this column. Nah, we'll just set up an extra terminal up here. Or up here. That should be relatively easy. But I don't think we need to do that just yet. Right, and then I think you just need to build this one. And then we're all set. We're definitely still breaking wires over here. That's irritating. Oh. I found the culprit. It's this thing. Right, what's going on here? Yeah, yeah, it's literally all the geotuners and this pump. So, okay, let's actually read the room. And let's actually hook up the pump to a separate wire. It's going to be very irritating. But it's something we have to do. So, do that. Then run this down here. And then just plug this in here. And that should solve the problem forever. Let's build 2 more research stations right next to the satellite. Yeah, we'll just do that. We will just do that, I think. The only thing being, how much power do I want to hook up to those? I could probably hook up more steam turbines now that this ethanol condensation should be working properly. This is still not very cold. Well, all the aluminium's in place. We're trying. So we are cooling this down by about 40 degrees. We should be cooling it down by more than 40 degrees. Something's not right. This one's not running. Pipe blocked. Excuse me? Oh my god, this one's not been running the entire fucking time. Excuse my French. Okay. Amazing! Well, now this should definitely work. Oh, right, this definitely shouldn't be here. Sorry. Right, well, now I'm glad I put the extra cooling bit in. Great. Okay. That should fix the problem. Right. So, oh, let's set these to 250 now. Fire! Don't hit the dupe. Space. We need the cartography module. Where is that? We still need radiation research. That's fine. It's not going to take too long. It's probably going to take a couple of cycles. So if we put the destination as here. Okay, so we don't actually need Oxidiser for this. That's reassuring. Because we can just launch it, apparently. Where is the launch checklist? Here it is. Okay, that's nice. Hope you're doing well, Redneck. We built the Radbolt Rocket. We're waiting to get the cartography module. I guess I should probably start building the chamber, right? We should make a proper chamber for bionic duplicants. And what's that going to look like? I'm not 100% sure. I'll tell you what. Let's actually... I'm going to link a YouTube video. We're not going to follow it exactly, but I do want to come up with a proper build for a load of bionic duplicate. A bit tired. I'm alright. It's a little bit cooler than it was in the UK now. Thursday. But yeah, no, I'm good. We're getting the Radbolt rocket fueled. By the way, this is the rocket we're going to be using for everything. So if you guys want to rename this rocket and have that name permanently be in the game, let me know. Because it's on the cards. Right. Okay, I have an idea. How many dupes are we going to fit in this thing? Oh, I set up a really good one for Orbital Data collection, and I think I did want to just do this. You know what? I don't think it was even in... Sandbox Showcase. I think I actually did this on a Twitch run. Gonna get back to work. Good luck with the rest. I'll check the video tomorrow. No worries. Thank you for stopping by. Okay, the Green Goblin. I like it. Let's do it. We can also name the rocket platform if you feel so inclined. Oh wait, where do we access the rocket name again? Is it here? Oh god. Where do I access the rocket name? Is it here? It is. Okay, great. Okay, so... the Green Goblin... Platform 353. Oh, what's the reference to that again? I can't remember. There you go. Oh, don't deactivate it. Right. What was I doing again? Interior. I need to actually figure out what the interior is going to be. And I had a run where I built a really good rocket, and I just need to find where it is. Now, I'm almost certain whatever run this was, I put it in the thumbnail. So it should be a fairly straightforward matter of just looking at all the thumbnails until I find a nice rocket design. But I think it was a while ago now. Was it the geothermal? Was it the bionic booster pack? I think it was the bionic booster pack. Yeah. It was when we were doing the drill cone run. I like the green smoke coming from it. It's numbers I had to type back in the days on old phones to write my nickname. Oh! Amazing. This music always reminds me of my aquarium. Right, sorry. I'm going to stop... Let's see. Here it is. I need to remember this. I need to come back and do a video on this, because I was really happy with this design. I'm not sure this is going to be suitable for bionic duplicants, but we can just get into Gunk the toilet again. That sounds fine, right? Yeah, maybe we just do that again. So... Mess tables... Do we actually need mess tables? I think we had them for the Great War bonus. Yeah, we want morale. So we set this up so that 2 dupes can do the operating table, and 1 can do the piloting and other tasks. So yeah, let's just build everything now, because I think we can. I think we'll just do this exactly the same. I think we will just do this exactly the same. I don't see how we would actually fit a gunk extractor into this. Let's try it for now. I'll workshop the bionic dupe one for later. Right. Let's stop pontificating. So beds, bed. Said Fred, and then we're gonna put in. Yeah, I don't have to pause for any of this. Airflow tiles. We like airflow tiles because we want the air to be full of air. And then we're going to put a few more in. So... We also put a load of carpet tiles in here. I think this was a wise decision. Now, this is not going to make much sense at first, but it will later. I don't think we necessarily have to put all of the mess tables like this. Oh, I think we can do better than this. Let's queue everything up at first, and then maybe we'll workshop it a little bit. We've got time to workshop it tonight. Right, carpet tile. Let's make it some nice granite. I was very proud that I got the little pattern of 4 of them up here. 3 dupes rocket. I have a vague memory of what I did. Don't remember the series. Yeah, it was the bionic booster pack run where we went and did super cooler with the geothermal heat pump. That I was really happy with that run too. Honestly, I think we've actually had a really good year in terms of what we've actually been doing in ONI. I feel like it's been more interesting than usual. This is some kind of mad design that ended up having a load of lights everywhere. And I think I concluded we didn't necessarily need a light over here. I might just stick a light over here instead of a hand sanitizer. I do not care about the germs. Oh, you have to build the ground first. That's fair enough. Right, station. Orbital Data Lab. Orbital Data Lab. No. Orbital Data Lab. There are a load of lights as well. Do I actually need lights in here for all of these guys? I don't think I do. I think I determined there was nothing else I wanted to put in here. In any case, this isn't going to be the thumbnail today. I think we could shuffle things around a bit. We could use this sensor for this one. Sanitizer for the washroom, though, more than the germs. Oh, right. Yes, you're correct. That is correct. So, yeah, I don't think we can fit a light in here, then. We determined that we could put the orbital data station in the actual Great Hall because it doesn't count as an industrial building. Seems about right. I don't actually need to put a lamp here, do I? Oh, I guess I could for the piloting station. Best CO2 scrubber in a rocket, Slexter. Best CO2 scrubber in a rocket. Don't use bionic dupes. Or don't use regular dupes. Right. And then let's put the washroom stuff in. And we used the hand sanitizer because we just did not have room for a sink. Like, normally I try and fit, like, a sink and a laboratory in here, but we were just a little tight on space. Now, the thing is, we've got a big column here that we're not really using either. Because we have a conveyor loader here, where we're loading in all the stuff. We have a chute. The chute is dumping everything over here. I think I could just dump it over here, right? Mini gas pump, automated box, and airflow tiles to prevent breaking a room is my go-to CO2. And I think the issue we had was that if we tried to do that, it wasn't actually going to land here. And we were going to end up with CO2 in one of these bits either way if we had a carpet tile. I think the actual answer to that is we just don't have a carpet tile there. We just have the 4 in the middle. Right, I think we don't actually have to move this. There's a few tiles with some decor. No, I'm not happy with this. I'm happy with this. I think... Hold on. I think there is a way we can fit this stuff in here in such a way we can fit in one more orbital data station. I think most of this stuff stays the same. Like, this stays the same. Everything else, let's get rid of it and try again. Way too complicated. Dupes can mop MP. You like to set and forget solutions. Yeah, me too. Yeah. I'm pretty happy with all of this stuff. It's this room that I want to figure out. And if we do this properly, we can make another video about this. But the gunk extractor and the bionic dupe stuff is just kind of too big. Second station will break the Great Hall. Laboratory again will be confused with the Great Hall laboratory. Yes, we'll have to separate it with doors. Oh, I think that might be the issue. Let's see. So this room's 36. We need the Great Hall to be at least 32. Yeah. I think our hands are kind of tied on that one then, aren't they? Like, we've got at most 4 extra tiles we can work with. And to be fair, I think we could actually do that. The only thing is we need access through here, which we could do. I think it's still possible. It might be a little bit annoying, but I think it's still possible. Let's give it a try. What's in the pod? Saturn critter trap, you like to see it. I think we're going to have to get a bit creative. You make your fish farms and ranches set and forget. Nice, nice. Because this floor space all has to be here. I don't think we need a tile here. This could be a ladder. We do need some floor space, though. Right, let's speed to it. Does this lag in here? Is this the zone where we go just to avoid all the lag? Oh, we've got the... I've got a midge in here. That's why I'm slapping. Got many midges. Hold on. Pulp that out. Oh, look! We're on cycle 666. How spooky. Game? Oh, right, I paused the game. Right, is this the best way of actually doing this? I'm not really sure. But we're going to try. Once you've built that door. Why am I building the doors out of wolframite? Who thought that was a good idea? Right, let's have a look at this. The room is now 41 tiles. This means if we have 6 tiles dedicated to this, then we need to surround it with 3 tiles to actually enclose it. Which is not possible with this current setup. Because this room needs to be 12 tiles, and this room needs to be 12 tiles. I think our options are very limited. The alternative is we just don't have the light source. We don't need lights and everything. The dupes are going to have enough skill, it should be fine, right? I think we just do that. It still needs to be 32 tiles, but I think that's actually achievable. Right, let's see. So, conveyor loader goes in here. And then I think what we'll do is we'll put the chute here. Power control fitting here. We don't put any lights on it to not break the room. So then what we do is... I mean, there's no way of slicing it. If we're going to put... If we put the things here... Oh, wait, maybe we... Can we actually separate it a little bit? No, we can't separate the room. That's the point. So we're going to have 4 tiles wasted up here, right? You're breaking my brain big time with the extra data mining. Yeah, we're trying our best. Now, so we can access every bit up here, right? Maybe we do still do the staggered stuff. I think we want the phone. We know we want the phone. So that can go there. I'll leave the rocket control station in the middle because that looks good. And then can we still do our thing? I think we can. You can access all of this. And then we just put the mess tables over here. But we can't actually add any lights, so we should just remove this. Once in space, delete the command space. No, we're not doing that, because we're going to have to put it back in again. That's not a good solution. I like it, though. You made me laugh. I almost feel like there's enough space that we could do something a bit more practical. At least this way we can actually come across here. But what are we actually going to do with all these tiles? Like, that's what feels like the waste to me. I think... No, we can do better than this. I think we just put the mesh tile... I think we just put the mesh tables here. And are we doing this for a Great Hall? We are doing it for a Great Hall. But we might as well have 3 mess tables here. That's not a huge issue. Then this will still count as one big room. And then what that means is I can fit one more building up here. We're just going to leave the bionic dupes in their suits the whole time, so we're not going to get any CO2. You only have to put it back in again when you want to launch the rocket again. Just travel's not going to be longer since it's not piloted. I don't want to have to do any micromanagement building and unbuilding stuff once the rocket's done. I just don't. Alright? This is all just going to be crown molding. I don't think there's any point putting anything else here. This can count as the decor building. Wait. We need a fancy building in here, don't we? That's what the aeropods were for. Oh, hold on. Let's just double check something. You only need a fancy decor item. You don't need a regular decor item. The issue is we're not going to have anything fancy enough. Oh, wait. Hold on. Can't I just put pixel packs in here? Do these count as fancy decor items? I'm pretty sure they do. We got a load of glass. Let's just do it. Let's just do it. Whatever. I think we can pixel pack the whole rocket. Oh. Well, that's not very satisfying. What do you mean cannot be built inside tile? Why can I build one here and not here? What? You best be tripping, game. That doesn't make any sense. Why on earth? Why on earth is that a thing? Can anyone explain this? No emergency build electrolyzer in the rocket with toilet articles ever suffocating. Oh, I'm sure some stupidity. I feel like there's a way of just doing this all with pixel packs. I would like to do that. But we need to figure out how. It's these two tiles. That's so weird. We're gonna figure out a way to do it without putting pixel packs in there. I think we can do it. It's just going to be awkward. Although, no, we can't do this. We have to... Okay. We can't actually do that bit, but that's all tiles, so that's probably fine. Oh man, this is gonna break my brain. Okay, maybe we don't do this. Maybe just put one here and call it a day. Oh man, I really want to do it though. Tetris. Yeah, right? It would be so much simpler if we could just put it here. Because the issue is we know we can't do that one. We know we can't put anything here either. So I don't think there's actually any combination we can do to get... Okay, we have to cover it like this. Okay. And then what we have to do is we have to cover these ones. But this section here is not going to happen, is it? I don't think there's... Because there's no way we can cover all of these tiles like that. Unless I go up here, and then we don't have coverage on this one. Pixel packets are better than drywall, we'll just go for swag points. Well, it counts as the fancy decor item, doesn't it? So that means we don't have to put a fancy decor item in here. That being said, I'm not going to bother with this. Realistically, we're going to have space for a fancy decor item anyways. So let's just not worry about it. I'm just getting distracted now. This is not necessary. Let's just check the room overlay. Right, we do need to put the decor item in. Should we add a painting? We need a tile here to access stuff with. Or we need a ladder. I mean, have a plastic ladder. How about you do this? And then furniture-wise, let's put like a... Let's put a blank canvas in here and make it out of gold amalgam. And then... We have a load of wood now from the other planet. Just put a load of wood blocks in. I like it. Yeah, we're not going to bother with any pixel packs. We could drywall everything then. What drywall do we want? Something appealing, right? Maybe a bionic dupe pattern. Oh, the green one. Let's do the green one. And let's make it all out of granite. This is of course assuming that we can actually make this a great hall. If you build it first, you can overlap tiles on it. Wow, that just makes me sad. Not gonna bother then. Hope you do well, Squilly Bob. How are you doing? Do we actually want any more research? What's the next thing that we want to research? Probably not multiplexing. Has anyone ever used multiplexing in the history of forever? By the way. I don't think we care about the data miner, not until we get super coolant. We don't care about the monuments, so I think the next thing we do is just the drill cone. Yeah, I like how that looks. That looks fancy. So we're going to make this allow manual use, and we're going to drop in eco power banks. We're going to drop in oxalite. So that way we don't have to put the canister emptier in here, because we have oxalite. In the original build, we put a canister emptier in, and I feel like we probably still could put a canister emptier in. But it would be... we'd have to rearrange something. And then as for the water, that can just go like this. There's a moth climbing all over my computer now. Such is fate. There you go. Never seen it used, don't even get what it's supposed to do. Me neither. So the signal selector selects one of 4 input signals using control inputs. And the signal distributor routes a single input signal out of 4 possible outputs, based on the controls. I'm sure there's a video done by someone on it somewhere. This moth is very confused. Right, let's see. Wait, what's going on here? Why is this only 10 tiles? Nah, there's actually something wrong with this rocket. We've done this before and it's worked. Yeah, we actually used pixel packs on the rocket in the Bionic Booster Pack. There's a bug here. And I don't mean the moth that's crawling around my room either. Sounds like a case of reloading. Yeah, we could reload. We could reload, have a fish update. That's very odd. Well, we can't end it on cycle 666. We've got to at least launch the rocket. But I actually... because it's going to take a while to get wherever we need to go. Yeah, it's going to take a while to get wherever we need to go. How's the fish doing? I think they're doing alright. They're not too hot today, actually. They've cooled down a bit. Let's check in on them. We got a snail. Not too much going on, though. Is he moving or is he just munching? I've got to find something to eat all of that random green algae that's appeared in the tank now. It's really winding me up. I have to keep manually removing it from everything, and it's very irritating. If it could make an if gate, it'd be interested. Yeah, I think that's what it's supposed to do, maybe. I don't know. I'm not even going to think about it. But yeah, if we can put a third data miner in this building, I'm going to be impressed. Is calling a fish a glub glub racist? It depends whether the fish can understand English or not. Man, this reload's taking a while. Ah, there we go. Speak of the devil. Let's see if this actually works. Okay. Oh god. Ugh. Right, cancel, construct. Can we now build the dry walls? Yes. Okay. This does now count as a barracks. So that was a glitch, by the way. We could have totally done the pixel packs everywhere. Well, maybe not, because I don't think we'd have been able to fit one. Well, we built all the friggin' drywall now. It's a lot of glass, too. And I think we established we do have room for the fancy decor. But you have to actually decorate it. Is that the waterweed cam? Lol. No, there were fish. There were fish in the back corner. Look, I'm not having this. Look. There were fish, like, in the back right. Also, if you guys actually want to see fish, you guys should redeem the fish tank camera reward. You know, look, there's a fish. You only see a snail. Yeah, well, if you redeem feed the fish, I'll feed the fish. How's that? And then you'll get to see them.
Can I get a fish sandwich?
Yes, you can get a fish sandwich. Right. Let's add me to the camera. There we go. Right, what will the fish have today? I think they're gonna have some Tetra Prima mini granules. Because I need to open them. Yeah. Some foil on the top, so we're gonna open that. Not spill them everywhere. Let's just do like a little smattering of them. Don't pour them everywhere. I have already fed them today, so I don't want to feed them too much. You know what? I just realized the problem with this plan. They're all sinking. Slightly predictable outcome. I mean, you can see the fish. I have fed the fish and they're here. But they're all slightly below the camera. Try again. We'll try again. Hold on. Oh, there we go. There we go. Someone's woken up. Someone's woken up. There you go. There's a fish. Leofar went to bed with Redneck. What are you saying? Yeah, there you go. Now you got some fish. And they're all making dupe noises. Apparently. Good to hear. A little power nap between the streams. Yeah, Whiskers is enjoying that. She loves the little granules. Beep, 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 beep. You can see it down here as well. Okay, that went pretty well. Right, what's the situate? We got a fancy thing here. Ow. Okay, this is only 16 decor. Well, that's not going to count as a fancy item then, is it? So you need to actually do this. Can I actually yellow alert this? I think Barney is the only one who's allowed to do those. Yeah, we have lots of options. We have the Sly Stare, the Stoic Trophy, the Championship Trophy, this Blank Stare, the Pip Rump, the Dreco Rump, the Puffed Rump, and the Vol Rump. It'd be cool to have a special fish, and you call it community fish, that you have a cam at and automatic feed us. The chat has to feed the fish. There is a feed cooldown and take care of the fish. We have to come together to take care of the fish. Yes, but that would rely on me actually streaming on a consistent schedule, wouldn't it? I think that would be a bit too hard for me. That sounds like a dead fish. Yes, let's not tease any fish with Twitch chat. I am in control of the fish. You're just gonna have to accept that. We got the self-portrait. Great. Okay. So we do have to, in fact, remove conflicting buildings. We can't actually have two of these in here. Well, that's disappointing. So how do we actually solve this issue? Now, it would have to involve doors somehow. So this now counts as a Great Hall. We got 38 tiles. But we have to remove 6 for the data miner. The issue is floor space. Because all of these buildings need floor space. And then we don't actually have enough room for anything else. I just don't think we can make it 32 tiles. Fish is suddenly sweating in the water. Yeah. Damn, I thought not having the light source would help. Hello, Carrie, actually. How are you doing? How's your Oasis run been going? Have you died yet? We gave you a little shout out earlier, so I won't do it again. We're building a rocket. I was trying to be really clever and get 3 orbital data collection labs in here, as well as a Great Hall. The problem is, you can't actually... There is not enough room to put a Great Hall, a washroom, and a barracks in here. The rooms have to be a certain size. We need 12 tiles for the barracks, 12 tiles for the washroom, and then you need 32 tiles for the Great Hall. Now, what we could do is remove the barracks, because this is only +1 morale. What that would mean is we could remove some doors. So maybe that's what we have to do. Because what we could do is we could shift everything over. I think that's what we have to... Oh, no, then it's going to be conflicting with the beds, isn't it? Many dupes have died, but we believe in alternate timelines. Nice, nice. Believe in no reload and memorials. That doesn't help with your stress level, though. Yeah. The Great Hall bonus is more important than anything else. I think we just have the 2 orbital data collection labs in here. But then what do we put in this other slot? So what do we actually want? Because we have a few things. We have the lubrication station. And we have the gunk extractor. So the issue is these take up a lot of space compared to the wall toilet and the hand sanitizer. And I think it would be possible to save some space, but not all of the space. It comes down to floor space being the issue. We're limited by the amount of tiles we can actually have the dupes stand on. So maybe we just put another rec building in here and call it a day. I don't really want to overcomplicate this. Extractor won't break the Great Hall being a toilet. It probably would. The gunk is just leaving the room, so we can't reuse the gunk. Alternatively, we have the other collector, the other station in here, and then we just have it be a mess hall instead of a Great Hall, and we lose 3 morale. And then we can have a laboratory. That sounds reasonable. Because then we can put a... Okay. I think that actually sounds reasonable. Let's do that. Because the bionic dupes don't require a huge amount of morale anyways. It looks like a nice spot for a virtual painting. Yeah, but I want the 3 data stations in here. We want the dupes to generate all the data banks we need for the rest of the run while they're doing this exploration. Bionic dupes don't need the hand sanitizer. Yeah, but they need it for the washroom bonus, which is +2. I think we can figure this out. So, one of the mess tables would go up here. And then this would be a door. And I think I could just remove it here. You know, maybe we could have left the ladder there. That's probably fine. Now that I think about it, I could put lamps in here now, couldn't I? The heating. Is that necessary? Well, we removed the thing now, so maybe it is. Move these. Exploration, telescope where? We're going to use the cartography module. That was my plan. Let's add it, now that we've actually researched it. Cartographic module. Also, buildings made out of plastic do not have antiseptic properties. What are you talking about? Okay. And then we have one more tile. So I think what we determined was... Oh, right, the battery. We need a battery, don't we? How much power is this going to run? We probably need... These use 60 watts. We're gonna need some actual power on this, aren't we? I mean, we could use the compact discharger. It's only 60 watts. That's fine. We could use that. Just bring a load of extra power banks. That seems fine. Right, let's think about this. So, for this to work, we would actually need 2 sensors. Okay. That's kind of irritating. Well, I'm just going to do this. Well, this one... I think this one light will illuminate everything. Maybe just, like, one of these can work? Oh, wait. What are you actually dumping in here? Oh, I didn't set you to sweep only. Let's set you to sweep only. Right. We need to remove this. And then this is enough tiles to be a mess hall. So I think that's fine. Now, what I could actually do, if I stagger this one up here, then we could actually put the door here and then access things via that way. And then we have another tile to use. Sorry, I am just going to spend the rest of the stream fiddling around with this because I am very curious. You know what? I'm just going to bite the bullet. We're just going to put the best table up here. Oh, wait. No, we can't. We can't do that because the room needs to be big enough. Right. That's why we're putting it down here. Okay. Okay, maybe don't do the sensor here, then. Maybe we change that slightly. So this could go here. Rocket leaves with all the batteries in the colony. Sad time. Yes, we didn't want to bring all the power banks. But the reality is, I don't think the rocket will use that much power compared to, like, everything else. The only other thing is, what about floor space? Oh, we're not going to have any floor space for friggin' batteries, are we? What's melted? What? What? You definitely shouldn't have dumped something in. Oh. Wait. Why have we dumped a lot of power banks down here? Oh, you just dropped a power bank. Okay. Yeah, that sounds about right. Ugh. Okay. I'm not even going to think about that. Right, so what we're going to do is, if we put this here, I can put another mess table here. That's not going to get a lamp to it. There's a point of interest in here again. Oh, here's what we do. We swap this around. And then we could get a light on this. I don't think there's ever going to be a completely neat way of doing all of this. Oh, and then the issue is we don't actually have room for a lamp. Okay, well, here's the funny thing. We don't actually need more than one mess table in here. Because it's mostly just for the room bonus. But, nah, we'll put the mess tables in. So if we do this, where's the lamp going to go? Because it's not going to fit in here. Maybe we don't bother with the lamp. I don't think we bother with the lamp. It's not going to make a big difference. So, let's think about it. Right, so room-wise, this is now a mess hall. This is 12 tiles. This is 12 tiles. This is 12 tiles. Laboratory. How big is a laboratory? Minimum size, 32 tiles. Bad. Well, we don't necessarily need the laboratory bonus. We just need to fit the 3 buildings in here. But we're definitely not going to have floor space to fit a battery. So we have to build the battery thing. Which means... To be fair, we could probably just rely on the Radbolt engine power, right? Like, surely? We'll put 1 solar panel in, and then I think we can just rely on the engine power. Also, this is turned off now, right? So these should all be turned off. Yes, that did actually, in fact, work. Good. I figured out what we do. We put a separate set of reflectors in here, and we turn them all off. Unless, yeah, we turn them all off if the rocket needs refueling. Otherwise, they go down here and they connect to this. We did it! We figured out the solution. Hooray. Right, the cartography module is in. That's good. So let's add a battery. Because we can't fit a battery in the main bit. Okay. And then where's all this stuff gonna go? Because I kind of... The issue is... you always end up with this narrow bit in the middle, and I feel like it kind of makes sense with the Radbolt engine with how it looks, but like this bit never looks good connected to anything. I don't know, let's have a think about what this would look like. I mean, that looks even worse. Because at least this bit actually bolts onto things. What about this? That definitely doesn't look right. I think this is going to have to go on the top. Because then at least it's got like those little connector things. I realize that's the most like annoying thing ever, but like whatever. Okay, so that's that. We go in here. So now we do want a lamp. No, I don't think we do want a lamp, do we? So this obviously doesn't count as a lab, but that's fine because we're going to have bionic dupes in here who are going to do the operating. We need to actually make a load of boosters. I think we need to make... Oh, God. I should have done this ages ago. Let's make 6 of these. 6 of these. And 2 of these. We definitely don't have enough microchips for all of that. Okay, you know what that means? Where's the bionic dupes? Oh, Sonyars still on her own schedule. That's kind of weird. I think I will keep that schedule. Guys, we're going to sleep. Then, duplicate schedule. Wait. Oh, right, okay. So that is the Sonyar schedule, but she's not going to be on it at the moment, so Sonya. And then all the bionic dupes in here on Irigiel go there. So that would be Sonya, Mr. Lonely, Sonya, Eduardo. We need more names. Ulti, and one more. One more bionic dupe. Sonya. The third Sonya, of course. Right, you guys are all now making microchips. It's a nice looking bug. Right, in that case, now what? I don't think we're putting any lamps in here. We could definitely put a lamp in this bit. Like, this one's actually easy to put a lamp in. So, that one's fun. So... the issue with this one, with the lamp, is there's just no space to put it where we can fully automate it. I mean, this is better than nothing. Wait a minute. I'm a genius. I mean, obviously it doesn't cover this thing. But, like... yeah, okay. This, I think, is sufficient for satisfying my urges. Right, so that could just be airflow tile, then. And then furniture-wise... I don't know, let's just put like an aeropot in here. And then... maybe some wood blocks. There we go. The spider senses tinkling, see purple wire cause lack of my power and my vision. What? Oh, right. You mean in your room? Oh, wait, hold on. I think we wanted to put a compact discharger in here, didn't we? Do we need... is there another power fitting? Power outlet fitting. There's not a power inlet fitting, is there? Provides power to connected buildings, pulls power from battery modules and rocket engines. I presume this is two-way. No? No, it's not. Well, if we have the compact discharger in here, does that actually... I think this does automate itself. I think we've got to test it. Yeah, I think we've got to test it. Because I don't normally use this. We can actually shove a couple in here. This might be a good spot for it, actually. Yeah, let's put it there. I like it. And then resources, what are we going to add? We're going to add... plastic. Manufactured material. Plastic. Oh yeah, search for data bank. One oxylite. Eco power bank. Was there anything else we want in here? I don't think so. Yeah, the compact discharger. Wait. Can we mount it on the floor or a wall? Oh, right. Okay. Look. Here I am trying to get too complicated. When it said wall, I thought it meant... I mean, you're right. It doesn't make sense that it would be otherwise. Weird. Oh, right. So you're going to do it like that. Is this literally just... It's not literally just the artwork shrunk. That's fine. Can you tell I've never used this building before? Right, well, I think that will do for now. Drywall is not wall. Rip. Yeah. Yeah, that's very unfortunate, isn't it? Right, am I missing any drywall? Not really. Okay. Don't use it when grounded. I think that will do then. So now let's go and grab all the plastic, of which there is at least some. Oh, we need to do this. Let's do this today. So what we need is, we need these to rotate the other way. And then remove this. And then what we need is this. So what we actually need here is we need to remove the NOT gate here. So if one of these conditions is satisfied, then these ones all activate. Okay, that's what we'll do. And then if they're not activated, they'll get skipped. Okay, I'm really glad we came up with a solution to that. I was a little bit worried we were just wasting all of these Radbolts otherwise. Yeah, pretty pleased. Right, okay. Priority 9, that please. And the plastic will obviously take into the room. For how much plastic we've got. A fair bit. I feel like we're actually going to be constrained by the amount of plastic we can make at this point, which is a sign that I should probably actually expand the Drecker ranches and come up with the real design for that. But I'm not ready. I'm not ready. We've got other stuff we want to do. It's a lot of collector with that. The rocket refills in one cycle. Yeah, it refills pretty quickly. So that one's going to go there, and then these are all going to go down here, and then this should all work. Oh. This one needs to point here, then. That's fine. Okay. And then, that means what we can actually do is we can connect this into here as well. Because we only want this to turn off when the diamond storage is full. But this does mean you actually need to build the thing. Also, it means these are all set back to normal now, which is not ideal. They're all set back to the same time. But I think they will gradually stagger anyways, because they're all collecting at slightly different rates. So each one collects somewhere in the region of 150 per cycle. We got 16. Somewhere in the region of 2,500 Radbolts per cycle. So they'll refill it in, what, about a day and a half? Is the plan. Right, and then this connects down here. Yeah. So the bypass activates... Yeah, the bypass activates if the rocket is full. And then sends it down here. Okay, I like that. How's the research going? Yeah, we need more data banks. Makes sense. Oh, right, hold on. The water pipe. The water pipe. This needs to go here, right? Although, you know what? Just do it like this. That will be quicker. We actually get up there. This could also just back up for now, I think. I don't think it'll cause any issues. Okay. Do that as well. And now I think we speed to it. And then what else do we do? So we need oxalite. All the oxalite should get swept. And then... Am I missing something? Wow, can I get 2,400 calories of snack fruit or 12,000 calories of spicy tofu? I wonder which. Oh, what was the other resource I wanted to put in here? Also, I'm going to move this here. Does that make sense? No, that doesn't make sense. I'm too lazy, would just dump the Pharaoh down and call it a day instead of remaking pipes. Nah. Nah, we got to do this, because it would look silly with the engine and the cartography module looks very silly if it's not at the top of the rocket. That's very important to me. Oh, there's a little bit of a visual bug that occurs with that. I think we're pretty much there. Oh, right, the plastic. You should definitely be sweeping the plastic up, right? No. Okay. So power banks, that sort of stuff. Was there anything else we needed? Was there anything else we needed? I mean, possibly bleach stone. You are full of bleach stone. Let's just check it's all getting swept. I don't think it is. There's it all going. Oh. Oh, I see. Get out of here. Get this out of here. Yeah, that's fine. Right, plastic. Wait! No! What? I did tell you to put power banks in there, didn't I? Let's do with water. Get out of here. I believe in you guys. There you go. Crisis averted. Right. Yeah, now just sweep all of the plastic, please. Gonna take a little while, I think. No, I think it's all of it. Alright. Cycle 670 launch. Also, if we go set the destination again now, we can go very far. See? Because we have the cartographic module, we can explore into deep space. We can actually go almost to the edge of the star map. Not quite that far. Pretty close. It's 11. It's 11 tiles? Really? That's kind of awkward. Where do I want to go first? I mean, I could go grab the artifact. That would be a pretty good test flight, wouldn't it? Just to check that everything's working, and then we go and explore for real. You didn't know the cartographic module lets you do that? I think that's actually the entire point, is it lets you go there without actually scanning it with a telescope. That's why we built it. 0.5 tiles per cycle. And who are the 3 dupes we're going to have go on this journey? It's got to be Sonya, Sonya, and Sonya, isn't it? The 3 sisters. Right, how are these looking? Okay, so... Right, let's go and have a look at this. So... Sonya, you do actually have all the boosters. So, get rid of yours. So you want 1 piloting. Actually, we don't need a piloting on everyone. So let's actually get astronomy. And then 4 mechatronics. 2 electrical engineering. I guess you can have a piloting booster. And then we got to get 1 more. Yeah, it's going to be the 3 Sonyars. Lets you go there, but doesn't have an exploring range, or you only see the tiles it's on. I think you may only see the tiles it's on. You know about the boots and different hats? Yeah, they get hats for different skills. I haven't actually given them different hats. They do have them. Yeah, let's give them the power banking hats. That sounds fun. So they could wear the normal booster hats, but they also get unique bionic boop hats. So that way we'll know that they're who they're supposed to be. Oh, here's what it was supposed to be. The basic rad pills. I knew I was forgetting something. Right. Let's view. Set this to medicine, basic rad pills. And then set this to eco power bank. And I could probably fit more of them in here if I need them. Do we have building material? It's what? 100 metal ore? I could just shove these in convenient spaces, couldn't I? Even be bothered. I don't know, let's just do a test flight first. I really forgot to do one of these. Hilarious. Sweep that. And then, what else? All the oxalite is disappearing. Then I'll do. You're lacking land critter? Guess you'll do Paku for carnivore? Nice. Styling on the haters. We're almost up to 1,000,000 calories again, by the way. Mushroom wraps, mushroom quiche. You know you're doing well when you got mushroom quiche as your stored food. Also, look, this is cooled down. They're actually cooling it properly now with the polluted water. See? What's the gas situation like? Yeah, gas pressure's getting pretty low. That is good. I think the issue is it may still be getting a little bit hot here. For the temperature to actually conduct across. What we should hopefully be seeing is lots of separate boiling and condensing. That is the aim. Does quiche count as pie? I don't know. Thank you very much for the follow, Monkey of Legend. Enjoy your fishing and proggy emotes. Whisker sends their regards. Yeah, let's just store a few more resources in here and then we can go. I don't think we need everything in here. I mean, yeah, you've got the plastic in here now, right? Yeah. Well, that's the plastic. Got some oxalite. It's not a lot of oxalite. It will do for now. If we're going to set 3 dupes up, though, remember, each dupe consumes 60 No. Yeah, 60 kilograms of oxygen per cycle. So 180 total. They're probably not going to be in flight for too long, so I think we can actually just launch them with this. Yeah, let's do it, because if I don't do it now, we're not going to do it, are we? You've got the thing in here. You are just running at the moment. Is that because you're charging the batteries? Yeah, so the conveyor loader is running. Oh, the battery module is connected. Okay, sure. Right, let's save it. Let's save it and let's launch. Because I just want to see this thing launch today. That's definitely what we're doing for the thumbnail. Lots of bugs. To be fair, I let all the spiders out as well, so they should eat all the bugs. Right, so change crew. So the crew is going to be Sonyar, and Sonyar. Crew. Destination is the random rocket. Go outside. Green Goblin is all systems go. It's close enough. Let's go to Sonyar. We've got 2 mechatronics boosters, 6 piloting boosters. You know what? Here we go. Here's the plan. 1 astronomy booster, 2 mechatronics boosters, 5 piloting boosters. Not the absolutely most robust plan, but it'll do for now. So do all of that, and then I'll change you to crew once you're done with that. So actually, set this here, and then we'll launch. What's going on with the pipe? Can you just deconstruct this, please? Something is going to melt here. I'm pretty sure. Let's make sure this pipe is insulated. There you go. You clearly haven't made a Pacu ranch in a while. Floppy fishes falls into pneumatic. Yes, correct. This ladder's all gonna melt for sure. Whatever. We'll just let it melt. Wires are made of gold. These should probably be made out of steel. Okay. I mean, I don't really want to use all the steel on this, but I'm not sure I have a choice. You could be insulated as well. I would put more here, but I don't think I can get away with it. Right, let's just get all that built. That shouldn't take you too long. And then we'll launch. So we'll launch in about 10 minutes, I guess. I'm excited. We've literally never launched a Radbolt Rocket before. Now, one thing is, nuclear fallout has a very low heat capacity. So even if it's thousands of degrees, I doubt it's going to necessarily melt everything. But I have no idea. So we could just rebuild the wires if we decide to. It's nice to just see them working on stuff anyways, isn't it? But yeah, tomorrow I'm going to record the goldfish video, because the build for that, more or less the same as the regular Pacu build. Tank spacing is slightly different. That should be a shorter video, I think. I think it'll be like 40 minutes. Automation wire, if not tungsten, probably melting. Yes, you're right. It's very small. So we probably do need to make that out of tungsten. We don't have tungsten, do we? No, we definitely don't have tungsten. Let's make like a couple of batches of tungsten. I think we're just gonna let it melt for now, to be frank. Because that'll be funny. But we should make at least some. Let's make like 20 batches. How much heat does that generate? Not a lot. That's good. Good thing is the carbon skimmer is providing us with polluted water now, so this should actually be helping the plants. I should make sure at least one of these ladders is obsidian. I think it's not that ladder is obsidian. The fire pole. I don't want to make a steel fire pole. Christ. Right, let's speak to it. I want to get out of here. But you're obviously not Frank. You're that level of brain dead. I could be both. Maybe my real name is Frank. I think you know my real name. But it could be Frank. Maybe I changed my name. Do you ever consider that? Also, maybe I'm just role-playing as Frank. That's also allowed. Niobium firepole for better decor? True. I believe the battery still isn't full. No. Okay, good. Yeah, you guys are pretty quick with all of this. No, we don't get an niobium yet. We're just gonna go... We're gonna send the Radbolt Rocket to this rocket for now, just as a test flight, and then we're gonna start exploring the rest of space. The funny thing is, we could probably go here, and then back. Which is funny, because I never even considered doing such a thing before. You'll literally do multiple destinations. Does this mean you're actually loading more of the rocket with stuff? Yeah, that's good. I also just want to get a feel of how many resources we actually need to take, because obviously I can figure it out, but I think getting a feel for it would be a better idea. Let's keep grabbing the plastic as well. Let's grab as much as we can, because I feel like we're going to actually burn through it all. I would love to get some tungsten hooked up from the volcanoes. That is important to me. Also, this looks a bit sad. Can I actually just put some insulated tiles here? Just make it look a bit less sad. Yeah, just do something like that. If only Radbolt Rocket could have a rad tank with better range, it would definitely be my favorite. I feel like it would probably be overpowered. I think, like, yeah, like, compared to the liquid hydrogen rocket, which is supposed to be the endgame one, I feel like you could quite easily end up with the Radbolt Rocket just being better if it was more versatile like that. So I can see why Clay didn't do that. But it's so short. He's a grower, not a shower. He's not a grower. He doesn't have like a gantry or anything that extends out. You just got your hands on niobium today. Now I have to do some steam vent geotuning math. Not that I can have a liquid pump that can withstand a heat bead pump. Yeah, I've never even touched niobium. We are going to definitely do that this run. What's this going, by the way? Yeah, we're making a lot of diamond now. It's actually getting to the back one. That's a good sign. How much diamond are we up to? We're up to 11.2 tons. That's great, because that means we could actually probably start drill coning for stuff if we want it as well. And we could drill cone quite efficiently for sand. Gross. What about copper ore? Maybe. Salt? These aren't very good options. Okay. I think we're nearly done. We will launch before the cycle is out. I don't think you have that many errands left to do either. Right, I think it's time. Change crew, begin launch sequence. Save the game. Are we going to do a night launch? Does that make sense? Oh, I need to take the pilots off of the schedule as well, because we've had them on microchip schedule for a while. I shouldn't have saved it now. Schedule. So this needs to be the Sonyars schedule. Yes. There you go. Everyone get in the rocket. Nah, let's launch during the day. Right? Right, there's one Sonyar, there's two Sonyar. You about to launch? You all in here? You are all in here. Okay. Now let's save it. Oh boy, we're about to do it. I haven't done this before. Alright. 3, 2, 1, go. I didn't deconstruct that friggin' pipe. Oh, wow, look. It's like a big green bean. Sick. Wow. Building melted? Yeah, that makes sense. It's all dripping off. Well, that could have been worse. Automation wire, gas pipe. Yeah. Okay, well, we got a lot of nuclear waste falling down here. That's probably fine. Got some hydrogen. Why? Oh, the hydrogen's all getting let out of this liquid lock. That's fine. Let's dump a little bit more ethanol in here. Cool. Well, it didn't break too much. I think I'm pretty happy with that. Yes. I guess, actually, now that I think about it, ethanol is probably not a very good choice of liquid lock here, is it? Right, so let's see. Yeah, we're gonna have to make something out of tungsten. Not depleted uranium. What about the gas pipe? Oh, we don't need any of this gas pipe here now. So you know what? Let's get rid of all of that. And then... leave the pump. Use it later. You drank the last cup of tamarind juice. Normal steam geotuned to 600 degrees. Wow. Okay, I think that's pretty successful. And now the... let's see. Yeah, this is activated as well because the rocket's not on the thing. And this didn't melt, so that's good. Right, right, you need to be set to plastic, obviously. And now we get to work. That's right. Maybe you should have lubed up. That would have been a good idea. I don't think grinding gears is going to matter that much, is it? No. Maybe the stress will matter? I guess it matters because you're actually... You're getting the, like, animation interrupts every now and then. I don't know, this seems fine. Yeah, we melted a couple of wires, but it wasn't that many. I think we kind of over-egged it. I think we'll replace all the steel conductive wires with iron. Okay, note to self, next time bring more gear bar. Ooh, hold on. The meteors are landing. Yeah, if we make this out of iron, I think this will do. Get all the steel back. Maybe should have lubed up out of context. Yeah, context. Okay, we've actually got the metal... Okay, we can stick around for this. We've actually got the regolith and the metal asteroids. That was good timing, actually. If this bunker door closed, we probably wouldn't have been able to leave, right? Now I get to just watch the meteors. Obviously, we're going to get some creeping through. Hopefully not too many. Do they ever come from the side like this? I need to figure out what we're actually doing over here. Maybe for now just do this. Oh god. Yep. Good stuff. Nice. Yes. That was going to happen. How about you do this? Just for now. Sniper video. Yeah. We'll sort out the payloads in a bit. There will probably also be a sniper meteor coming down here. I still need to figure out what we're going to do for this bunker door. What's overheating? Oh, yeah. Yeah, that makes sense. Yep. Don't worry about it. Really, I just want to see what happens with all the regolith after the meteors are gone. That's the most important thing. You just get to zoom out for a little bit, I guess. There you go. Not that you're going to see that much of the meteors. Ugh. And then we can just watch it all drip down and see what happens. I think it's going pretty well. If I keep the telescope, we're not going to. We're going to get rid of it. We're going to put the payload launcher there. In fact, yeah, remove this. Oh, look, the doors are all opening. Hold on. Right. Let's actually see what's happening now. Power wires. This isn't running. Oh. Right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. I may have hooked up too many to this one wire. Very possible. I could fit another transformer down here, probably. Ever think about putting power filter gates on them so that so they open in sequence to save power? Nah, not really. Right. Well, that's pretty convenient. Plants have died. Yeah, I'm sure they have. This wire needs to be something separate, though. That's not really good enough. It doesn't look like anything's overheating, though. I think generally it's alright. To be fair, a lot of the heat is conducted into the bunker doors, so I'm not exactly going to hold my breath. I see duplicating. No, it was the bonbon tree, it died. That's fine. We stopped using it a while ago anyways. Right. Don't worry about these. Let me worry about blank. Right, okay. Cool. I'm pretty satisfied with that for now. You guys are in fact doing all of the research. We've already got 36 data banks, so we've barely been up here. You're gonna get there in one cycle. Okay. So I think what we'll do is... The next thing we'll do is we'll hook up all of these to a different thing. Sort... Wire... There we go. I should definitely be able to read that, right? Yeah. Yeah, that'll do. Right. On that note, thank you very much for hanging out. It's been a pleasure as always. If you're still here from Carrie Actually's raid earlier, thank you very much for sticking around. We are in space with a Radbolt Rocket. We've never done that before. So I guess next stream we're just gonna explore around for a bit and try and find the other planetoids and then come up with a plan. And we'll do that tomorrow. Same time, same place. We will upload all the VODs to YouTube. VODs are usually on YouTube 2 days after streaming. We usually stream from 7:30 to 10:30-ish British time. To be honest, the best way of knowing what I'm doing, I have a little widget on my Twitch About page that shows my historical schedule of when I've actually streamed. So it's probably a lot more accurate than whatever I'm saying now. But yeah, there's Discord as well, where we hang out and we post pictures and memes and builds and various things. If you have a question about Oxygen Not Included, there's usually someone in there who will probably answer it. Possibly even me. I wouldn't count on it. And yeah, keep your eyes on the YouTube channel. There will be another video about goldfish coming out this weekend. And yeah, take care everyone. Let's go raid someone. Who is about? Yeah, I'm glad you can make it, Pondo. Glad you've enjoyed the YouTube videos. Let's see. Don't really know. Let's go raid Elena Arana. Do some endgame stuff. There we go. Let's see what this is all about. Have you watched them before, Leofar? Take care, everyone. And yeah, stay cool. Bye for now.